It's very unusual. It's very unusual for a person to convert.
Sometimes they do it for the kids, for the husband.
I understand.
Okay.
It's very unusual for a person to legitimately keep all of the mitzvot for a year, 2 years, 3 years while they're going through the conversion process and abandon it right away, meaning within a week or 2 or a month. It's very, very unusual. Usually the cases like that means that they simply have been lying to everybody and they never really kept anything. They just made it look like they were keeping. They didn't drive to shul, but they were watching TV at home. You know, they were still smoking cigarettes at home. Like, they didn't do public sins, but surely they were doing private sins. Mm-hmm. And a person like that, there's a machloket, there's a debate between the Chachamim, Moshe Feinstein and others, whether their conversion is legitimate or not, whether they're actually considered Jewish or not. Now, if this person is not married, then you should talk to the Bet Din and see if the Bet Din can get involved to either help this person do tshuva immediately or to announce him publicly as not as his conversion is null and void, if you will, because there is a certain issue, certain complication. Make enough noise that no one's going to want to marry this guy. If the person is married, then it's much more problematic. I can tell you for sure that, although conversions have become a lot more difficult to do in this generation than before, a lot more politics and money involved in it, unfortunately, because there's money involved and because there's politics involved, this makes it a prime target for criminals. Criminals that pretend to be rabbis love conversions. Why? It's an opportunity to make a fortune. Because to do a real legitimate conversion, if it's legit, not only takes a while, but it takes a lot of effort. So a person that doesn't want to do that, what does he do? He just pays off somebody. He goes to some Barbie rabbi that wears black and white and looks more righteous than the Baba Sali. But in reality, rotten tomatoes, full of maggots. But he likes money. Gives him $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. Mr. Cohen, you're there. Tzaddik. Oh. I know a few of these stories. One over here in Chabad, about an hour and a half from me in Park, something. There's a Kohen that it's married to a convert. The rabbi converted the woman to marry a Kohen. Halacha says that even if she converted to be Miriam, the prophet, he's still not allowed to marry her. Why? Because a Kohen is not allowed to marry a convert. But if you give the rabbi 100, 200,000 every year, all of a sudden the Torah doesn't matter anymore. So that happened over there. There's a few things in different states, different places. Unfortunately, there are criminals everywhere. So just because someone converted doesn't mean necessarily they're a righteous convert, but it also doesn't mean that they're not a righteous convert. You have to simply evaluate case by case. Evaluate the people. But also make sure that while you're evaluating other people, everything you check on them, you check on you. Everything you question on them. Okay, you're criticizing their prayer. How's your prayer? You're criticizing their Shabbat. How's your Shabbat? You're criticizing how they watch their eyes. Are you watching yours? I'll give you an example. A week ago, somebody sent me a message saying, "Hey, Rabbi, listen, you said that such music is allowed and certain artists are allowed and so on and so forth, but they did a compilation with a different artist. And to my knowledge, this other artist is taref. Why? He does concerts for men and women dancing together. It's obviously the opposite of our religion, not to go to such a thing. So, he's taref, right? Now, these people, I love them. Why? Because they're looking for me to make some type of comment so they can take a snapshot of it, and then blast it all over the internet. Look, this guy is taref. Why? Yaron Reuven said so. How many emails come after that? Hey, people are looking for you to slip on every banana. So, Baruch Hashem, HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent me the training for almost 20 years in the business world. So this is, Baruch Hashem, we're trained for this. I I don't really usually spend much time on Facebook as far as looking at other people's profiles, unless they send me some odd questions like this, because they asked me about something else. So I looked at their profile. Within 2 seconds of looking at their profile, I had to shut it off. Why? Their entire page is full of their own recordings. Their own recordings of mixed dancing parties. So I would go back to the guy and say, wait, so you're saying that this artist is taref because he does concerts for mixed dancing parties. Is that the same type of mixed dancing parties like the one that you are promoting on your page? Oh, yeah, Rabbi, yeah, no, that's right, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do promote it, but I haven't done tshuva yet. My question was for my friend. All of a sudden, the question was for the friend. It wasn't for me, because I'm still working on myself, but with my friend. I'm like, okay, so now you have the answer. Go do a mitzvah and erase it. Go do a mitzvah and erase all these recordings. Why? It's not nice to make other people sin by looking at your page. So, that's what the Gemara in Masechet Shabbat says. En adam roeh chova be'atzmo. A person does not see the obligation in himself. Everybody sees wrong in everybody else. So if you're going to start evaluating every convert, whether he or she is righteous or not, whether he or she is praying good enough or not, whether he or she is keeping good things or not, whether he or she knows how to manage a relationship or not, check yourself. Check yourself first on those specific things. If you're not so kosher on those specific things, you have no right to criticize anyone else. You can't tell somebody to keep Shabbat if you're violating Shabbat. You can't give somebody relationship advice if you're divorced 3 times. You can't give somebody advice on their kids. You don't have a single kid. I love those people. They don't have any kids, but they know everything about kids. No, you shouldn't let your kid do that to you. You should tell your kid to do this, this, this. Oh, how many kids you have? 0. What do you know about kids? You woke up in the middle of the night to feed the kid. You woke up in the middle of the night to see if he's alive, if she's alive, if they're breathing. You clean their little boogies. You change their diapers even though they smell. What do you know about kids? What, the ones you saw on television? Leave me alone with your advice. Check yourself. Check yourself. That's, Rabotai, what the Gemara really means. When people say, we don't have somebody to rebuke in our generation, that's the meaning. The meaning is, we don't have anyone that's perfect in everything, that's able to rebuke in everything like Moshe Rabbeinu. But that doesn't mean you don't rebuke. That means you don't rebuke on everything. You rebuke on the things that you're good at. You're good on Shabbat. You're allowed to rebuke people about Shabbat. But if you're Mechalel Shabbat, don't talk to anybody about Shabbat. Why? You're making a mockery of it. If you won't know how to watch your mouth, you can tell people to watch their mouth also. But if your filth comes out of your mouth more than the sewer, don't talk to anybody about watching their mouth. Why? It's a joke. It's nonsense. So check yourself. Check yourself. People do not like to check themselves. Why? Because people have a big ego and they like to smash everyone else in order to raise themselves up, which is a horrible, disgusting habit. And a person needs to do whatever they can not to be disgusting.